Hello, today we're going to be talking about inequalities. We're going to be writing inequalities. So we have been writing equations. The only difference today is that you have symbols. So let's review those symbols real quick. So the first symbol you see here is called the less than symbol. And then these are some words that mean less than. The symbol is the greater than symbol. Okay, this one is less than or equal to. Okay, and then you have greater than and equal to. Okay, all right, so I know in 7th grade your teachers taught you how to do leg. That would help you remember what each symbol means. So they have leg. This is less than, greater than. So the L is for less. E is for equals. And G is for greater. Okay, and so if you look here, this is your less than symbol, and this is the greater than symbol. So you can use that to help you, or what I like to do is look at the opening. That means that this side is greater than, that means that this side is less than. So whatever makes sense to you, use whichever strategy, but you definitely want to use these words today to help you write an inequality. So the next thing we're going to do is I made a little mistake and I didn't write my numbers correctly. So this is example 1. This is example 2. Okay, and then you're going to open your little book. This is example 3, 4. And then where it says check-in, that's going to be your example 5. This one right here is example 6. And then you have, so 6 is this one, and we're going to do that one together in a minute. Rocio is 7. And then 8 is this one right here, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start with the basic one, and then we're going to do one more, and then you're going to do the rest in your Google Classroom, in your Google form. So the first thing you want to do is read the question. So Super Clean House is a cleaning company that charges $384 to power wash a house plus $2 per foot. Okay, remember that's a keyword that we learn when we're writing equations. Then you have a different company. Power Bright charges $6 per foot. So that's our little keyword right there. And they have no flat fee or no additional fee. We're going to write an equality, so that's how you know it's not an equal sign because it's a symbol. That can be solved to find the number of linear feet. So kind of like when we did writing equations, find what they're asking for. They're asking about the number of linear feet. So I'm going to circle that. That's your variable. So I'm going to write right here, x equals number of linear feet. Okay, so every time I see the linear feet, that's what I'm going to put that variable. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is read the last part. So Super Clean is less than Power Bright. So I'm going to write S for Super Clean is less than Power Bright. Okay, so make sure you do this part first to help you set up the inequality correctly. So Super Clean charges a $384 fee plus 2 per linear feet. So foot or feet, I'm sorry, I forgot to write that T. So linear feet, that's where that variable goes. That's my 2x. I'm going to put 2x. I'm going to bring down that symbol, and I'm going to compare the other company. So Power Bright charges 6 per linear foot. That's your keyword right there. That's your x. So you're going to write 6x. And they don't have an additional fee. So that is it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and block my answer, and I am done. That's my inequality. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next example that I'm going to do, which I believe is example 6. Okay, and then it's saying, hey, so you should say inequality, does this inequality match the situation? Okay, so Nick's pond was stocked with 50 fish. So we're talking about Nick and fish. And an additional 5 feet are added each week. Okay, so addition means plus. Mark's pond has stocked with 35 fish and is diseased. So disease means that they're having some kind of sickness or something's wrong with them. causing 10 to die each week. So that means if they're dying, I'm going to subtract. Okay. When will Mark, so this is where you're setting up, Mark have more fish than Nick? So Mark has to have more than Nick. So they kind of flip the people around. So we're going to start with Nick. Nick is the first person. So he has 50 fish. And he's going to add 5 fish every week. Where Mark is on this side, so I'm going to bring that symbol down. So Mark has 35 fish. But his are sick. They're dying. So that means I'm going to have to subtract. And they're dying 10 each week. That's your key word. This right here tells you that's the variable. So I'm going to put 10x. So I'm going to look and see if that symbol matches here. Okay. Now one thing, if you notice, they are flipped. Okay, this is on that side and this is on that side, but you can still make it work. So what I do is I kind of put a dot where it's pointing. So this is pointing towards the 50. So is this pointing towards the 50? Yes. Now, this is not going to work because here the fish are dying and they forgot to put that minus. So I'm going to put that no, this is not correct. Okay, so then we are done with question 6. All you're doing is setting up an inequality. So what you're going to do now is after you're done taking my notes, you're going to go to that Google Classroom or Google Form and finish the rest of them. Thank you guys. Talk to you later.